Now at last, the masks had fallen away. The strings of the puppets had become visible, and the hands of the Prime Mover exposed. Most ironic of all was the last gift that Raziel had given me. More powerful than the sword that now held his soul, more acute even than the vision his sacrifice had accorded me. The first bitter taste of that terrible illusion. Hope. Now at last, the masks had fallen away. The strings of the puppets had become visible, and the hands of the Prime Mover exposed. Most ironic of all was the last gift that Raziel had given me. More powerful than the sword that now held his soul, more acute even than the vision his sacrifice had accorded me. The first bitter taste of that terrible illusion. Hope. Given the choice, whether to rule a corrupt and failing empire, or to challenge the fates for another throw, a better throw against one's destiny, what was a king to do? But does one ever truly have a choice? One can only match, move by move, the machinations of fate, and thus defy the tyrannous stars. And so I returned to the sanctuary of my enemy, the fortress of the Sarafan Brotherhood, deemed impossible for any man to penetrate. Impossible for any man. Deep within these walls my prey awaited. Mobius, the time streamer, deceiver and eternal gamester, using living beings as his pawns.
In the end, we'd rooted out an entire nest of the fiends.
But we had swept that area already.
Not well enough, but no matter. We purged every last one of that brute with fire, and their souls now rest.
Lord Mobius will be pleased.
It was time for Mobius to answer a few questions. I hoped for his sake to find him in a forthcoming mood. Given the choice, whether to rule a corrupt and failing empire, or to challenge the fates for another throw, a better throw against one's destiny, what was a king to do? But does one ever truly have a choice? One can only match, move by move, the machinations of fate, and thus defy the tyrannous stars. And so I returned to the sanctuary of my enemy, the fortress of the Sarafan Brotherhood, deemed impossible for any man to penetrate. Impossible for any man. Deep within these walls my prey awaited. Mobius, the time streamer, deceiver and eternal gamester, using living beings as his pawns.
In the end, we'd rooted out an entire nest of the fiends.
But we had swept that area already.
Not well enough, but no matter. We purged every last one of that brute with fire, and their souls now rest.
Lord Mobius will be pleased.
It was time for Mobius to answer a few questions. I hoped for his sake to find him in a forthcoming mood.
Kain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Kain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, we became less human and more divine. Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow, until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. was only one possible outcome: my eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the Lake of the Dead.
Cast him in.
Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? And as such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will is an illusion.
I found the tomb of Sarafan, Kain. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nazgul from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic? Oh, don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours. You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
on the earth, Redeemer and Destroyer, Pawn and Messiah. Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny.
Well done, faithful servant. And now, I have an execution to see to.
Faithful servant, this. Spin on this, Mobius.
What is this place?
And one more a little different.
What is this place?
Almost exactly the same. Why did you want Cohen dead?
Cohen? Yes, I knew he was Cohen. Now he calls himself Kain.
Yes.
Rejected his people.
Haven't you discovered them at last? It's the scion of balance.
You want the pillars to fall?
You want the villains to fall.
I tell you, for pillage is haunted.
Just the subtle little.
Yes, real subtle.
I heard a woman's voice talking and moaning, and there was no one there.
You may know that I am priest with you.
Yes, I can see the rise in your toga.
Yes. Rising my toga.
Yes, is that pleased?
Okay, there's material reaver, spectral reaver, there's a dark reaver, night reaver, fire reaver, air reaver, water reaver, there's the earth reaver, here's spirit reaver, ornamental shield, Kain family clear, faceted old, bronze howling heartstone. That was my name when I was a child. And I was stripping. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Howling heartstone.
Right.
Didn't you do the production of Hamlet at RADA?
I did, yes. That was the one where I swallowed my tonsils.
Yes.
I gave myself a tonsillectomy.
You also swallowed.
Yes, that was Othello.
Production of Othello, yes.
The enemy race, long vanished, had a champion of their own. Flaming eyes and a fiery sword. Yes, and a tiara with full-length gloves and Job heels. Why, he was Drag Reaver, a whole new series. What was it that these deluded humans worship with such fervor?
That's the idea.
Was it the dreaded unspoken that Voyager had warned me about? Whatever so-called god inhabited this hideous pit, I was about to meet it. Oh, God.
Very well, then. I'll indulge you.
Good one. Hold a minute, please.
Monsieur, I actually have a very high voice. And so this becomes quite a challenge for me. I spent 7 years playing.
And a deep, gravelly voice. And I go to conventions and the people go, what?
What? Why do you sound like that? I was thrown in by my own brethren, don't you know? I was thrown in by my own brethren, good God, brethren, and I'm trying to get out. I was thrown in by my own brethren.
And now you will see the true enemy. And now you will see the true enemy. And now you will see the... And now you will see the true enemy. And now you will see the true enemy.
Pick it up from your speech again. We've had enough, Michael, for one day.
The Hilden.
The Hilden.
Hilden.
The lousy Hilden.
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 The Hilden.
Hilden, how?
Hilden.
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 Hilden. Hildenleben.
Very well. If this will make you see reason.
Pretty damn good.
Betty Davis and Joan Crawford had nothing on us. As he says, you say that while you hold in your hand the instrument of my doom. Be still my heart.
I didn't
Aye,
even want to think about it. Without begging him to understand,
Right.
beg him to understand. Don't ever tell anybody I gave you that direction.
It's a paradox. It's all a paradox.
It's kind of Zen directing. Okay. Michael, I think you listened too well to me. You don't know where it is, do you? You just got a little too big.
Too big.
Oh, you don't even know where it is, do you?
Yes, 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 I hear. And then one more time, Wheel of Fate. Gee, Christ, I know. Pots. Rip my wings off, will you?
Redeemer and Destroyer. Let me try that one more time.
He's not listening. Never listens when we get the idea. Once we get it, they shut us off.
Click.
Click. That's it.
Now they're sucking the air out of the room.
That's it. Oh, good. You have the big chunk. You have the big exposition.
Oh,
Thank
no,
you.
oh,
Thank you
Christ.
for giving him the
I haven't
exposition.
seen it yet.
Well. I just waited for that page to turn.
I need a break to call my agent.
He wants to get paid by the word now.
Yeah.
And I love my line.
What does all this?
Can I have my line reduced to huh?
Maybe instead of 100, maybe just say what?
Say what?
Say what?
Say what? Say what?
I cannot accompany you because I'm still hot. I can't talk. I have nothing else to say. And if I fail, then I have another story to tell you.
If you fail, you have to do the whole damn thing over again.
If I fail, I'm going to keep talking.
A lamp! The world can have the 15 for all I care.
Just start slipping in some. Don't do all at once.
No. Oh, curthful blessings, it is the price we pay to keep the Hilden banished from the land. Oh, to sustain the binding.
Michael, ease off a little bit. He's tending to get slightly bitchy with him, and we want to get off that.
You want a more masculine? Props! Okay.
I want answers.
A little bit, just a little bit.
So a little less on it's too late. The pillars are already damned.
I guess. I see.
Michael?
Yes, sir.
Butch it up a little.
Ah, so a little stronger. Okay.
Stronger.
Butch it up.
You see, usually I get
Michael.
things. There must be.
It's too late. The pillars are already damned.
Yeah, good.
That was so much.
It's a lot of line you got there. Lot of line. You got a lot of line there.
But I cannot accompany you.
Yes, but I cannot accompany
Which
you.
is my hope.
Mhm.
Since I cannot accompany you, I think it's your turn to talk.
Mhm.
I still think Tony should be doing this in costume, but
Yeah, well, I did.
It's very hard for me, but I'll try. I'll try. False God, you have reached the end, the final turn of your wheel.
So what?
well, nothing personal. We will ring
Pretty
you
good.
up for
Not
this
bad at
word.
all for somebody who's just in the business last year.
Before I'm finished, and you're so cold.
I've only begun to seek you out.
Seek you out.
Go hide and be afraid.
I will
For I
root
shall
you
root
up.
you up from this
This
world,
world,
for I'm
I'm
finished,
finished,
and your so-called wheel of destiny will shatter upon my sword.
There's tough.
I've only begun to seek you out. So go hide and be afraid, for I shall root you up from this world before I'm finished. And your so-called wheel of destiny will shatter upon my sword.
Like a bubble ball.
Oh, yeah.
Here now. How'd you do that? God, that's amazing.
How'd you do that?
God, got the gear.
God help us. Good heavens.
I've only begun to shake you out.
My lunch hour now.
Is it? What's the time, Tony?
12:30, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Oh, good.
25 to 1, actually. Actually, it's 25 to 1. 25 before 1. You think you've defeated me, Kain. It's not possible. I exist in places you cannot find. You think you have defeated me, Kain. It is not possible. I exist in places you cannot find.
God. I'm not following. I can't follow that.
I exist in places you cannot find.
God. I need a bathroom break.
It's coming through, but it's a bit chilly, isn't it?
Well, you are. I sound.
No,
lovely.
don't you? You
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if we hear you or not.
We never listen.
What the hell does that matter? I'm worried about hearing myself and Simon.
No, don't listen to me. I'm shit.
All right. I think that's the best you could do, isn't it?
With that glowing endorsement.
Glowing endorsement. This peculiar sensation was familiar to me.
That's because it's my line.
I'm running in for it.
Yeah, okay. You're warming it up. Thank you.
Thank you.
What can I do with
Right,
the next one?
right, let's go then.
Right.
I've got to alter my voice now.
I'm not funny, Tony. I'm not funny.
You are.
Yeah,
You
well-
don't know it. You are.
It would have been, you know.
You are. You don't know it. That's the point.
That's the secret.
You are funny.
It's the secret of my comedy. Is it's not funny.
Once you lost your tentacles, you've lost it all, haven't you?
I lost mine.
Yeah, I know.
It's downhill, really.
I mean, it's downhill all the way there.
It is.
Can't do much worse than that. I mean, you've got 8 of them, I know, but...
Don't grow back.
They don't. No.
How humiliating it must be for you to come begging at my doorstep for answers.
Enough wordplay.
Don't threaten me, Kain. You see, I have the upper hand. How remarkable that the great Kain should succumb to the scepter's power like any common vampire. Still so arrogant after all these years, thinking you've devised some brilliant plan. You know nothing. There was a time when you might have heeded wise counsel when it was offered. Now your vanity has made you witless. You will have to learn the truth for yourself. You'll be needing this. Your strength will return after I have departed. But by then, you will have more urgent concerns than pursuing me. Perhaps, when we next meet, you will have learned a little humility.
That's it. Thank you.
I smell no blood. Throat cut first, blood gouting, then it falls into the pit. Take it back. The sacrifice is rejected. You will know my wrath. You killed the rest, and now you have found me at last.
Tyrell?
Tyrell. Yes, that was my name then.
The others were grotesque, but this...
Yes, I am changed. I have become a god, greater than you ever were, Raziel. You were never a god, greater even than Kain. No! I must have blood! Bring me blood, or feel the wrath of your god. Yours, yes, it will strengthen me against them.
What are you doing?
No more questions, no more worship. Time to run, time to scream, time to die.
That guy's really an asshole, isn't he? I tell you, really is a jerk.
Where is the heart of darkness now? Did you destroy it?
You still don't understand, do you? You cannot make use of it as long as Kain guards it with his life.
Kain has it. It is in Kain.
Check and mate. This deed will redeem first me and then all Nosgoth. It must. This one grows weak, but we will soon have a stronger vessel. The long-awaited hour approaches. Our release is at hand.
Now you will listen to me. The heart of darkness must remain undiscovered. Great harm will come of its use.
You don't know where it is, do you?
No.
You never looked for it.
It doesn't matter, Raziel. Listen to me. You must understand that every creature is bound to one predestined path. We are all shackled.
To the wheel of fate. Believe me, I know that even better than you do.
All but one. Because of your remaking, you are the one unbound creature, the one among us all that truly has free will. You have a choice, Raziel.
We sought an incorruptible vessel, and you provided one. We required the blood of our ancient enemy, and you delivered Janos Audron, having first been lured to the heart of darkness. Best of all, you murdered the Scion of Balance to get it. We've already won. Raziel, you must not allow them to carry out their plan. Kill me, and you end it now. Suicidal like the rest of them. Know your place, Raziel. The true hero plays his role and then steps aside.
My name is Raziel, his name is Kain. We are together once again. But I will never forgive him for living off my wings. Never. Never.
I'll miss your wings.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. What happened was the Elder God had a colostomy. It was not under control. I said, no more yogurt, Elder God.
Huh?